Christmas is coming up. Should you contact your ex and wish them a, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays? Should you try to reconnect with them? Should you just, maintain no contact during this time of year? That is what we're going to be talking about in this video. I have some probably controversial opinions on all of this that are probably going to go against the grain of maybe the other videos that you've been watching out there. But let's go ahead and get right on into this one. Hey there, it's Clay, and Christmas is coming up. It's about a week or so away. And in case you haven't already reached some sort of decision on what you're going to do yet, you might be wondering, should you contact your ex and wish them a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that sort of stuff. I know that you're probably hearing that, you just got to go no contact. Just go no contact and wait for them to make the next move. As we talked about in last week's video, I don't agree that taking the passive route is a great strategy for most people out there, so that's not what I want you to do. However, of course, if you are not in a great place emotionally to be in contact with your ex, then I want you to understand that yourself, know yourself, understand that, hey, I'm in a fragile place, I'm not in a great place or whatever, and maybe it does make sense for me to just, lay low this holiday season, focus in on my self-care and all that sort of stuff. But, if you are in a good place to be in contact with your ex, then I see no reason not to reach out and acknowledge the holiday if it's an important day for them or something like that. I'm just going off of the assumption that most of y'all out there are in the United States. Christmas is, of course, a major holiday in those countries. That it's okay for you to acknowledge the holiday and to say, Merry Christmas, or probably something a little bit more specific than that, not just a generic Merry Christmas sort of thing, but make it specific to, whatever your connection or whatever the association that you might have with them or whatever might be, bring up some kind of memory or, whatever. It's probably okay to do that. You want to do this in a way that it's coming from a place of genuine care and compassion within yourself. I don't want you to necessarily think of this as like, okay, hey, I'm going to, wish them some sort of Merry Christmas thing and some sort of sappy, lovey-dovey kind of thing, and they're going to fall in love with me and all that. That's just, not meeting them where they're at emotionally. That's elevated romantic pressure. And for all the reasons that we've talked about in previous videos about the holidays, that's not what you want to do this time of year. That's probably not what you want to do during the rest of the year either. It may very well make sense for you to just kind of acknowledge the holiday. Again, asterisks, if you are in a good place emotionally to do so with them, and that's totally fine. This is not going to make you seem needy. This is not going to make you seem desperate. This is not going to make it seem as if you're chasing them, as long as there's not that sort of needy or desperate or chasing energy involved in the message or involved in the voicemail or involved in the phone call or involved in the card or whatever it might be. Just don't have that kind of energy in there. If you need to do something emotionally to get yourself in a good place where you're not bringing that kind of energy, then by all means, go ahead and do that. But get into a place where you are grounded, get into a place where you know that you are whole and complete exactly the way that you are, and if from that place you feel compelled to reach out to them, to acknowledge the holiday, to acknowledge the best in them, to bring out the best in you, and to try to connect with them, and to try to just, extend that greeting without strings attached, then very well, go ahead and do that. In a lot of ways, that could very well meet them where they're at, and it could open up a connection between the two of you. If nothing else, it may very well just be building goodwill. All of this, by the way, also applies to New Year's as well, which of course is just around the corner as well. By the way, if you're liking this video, it would mean a lot to me if you would gently tap the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and also, while you're down there, just hit the subscribe button with the notification bell and all that sort of stuff. This does help out small channels like this one, and it will eventually help us to, hopefully soon reach that 100,000 subscriber mark, which is a personal goal for me for 2024. Whether you reach out to them or not, if you don't want to, don't do it. If you do want to, go ahead and do it. But by all means, make sure that you are in a good place to be in contact with them if it does go that way. Be in a place where you can be okay if you receive a kind of answer that you want, if you receive an answer that you don't want, if you receive no answer whatsoever. Just come from a place where you are just kind of giving something, giving a warm gesture of, holiday greeting or something like that, and without any expectation. And if you can do that, you're in the ideal place. I don't think that it makes you needy or desperate. I don't think it's going to sabotage you or anything like that. I mean, if you've been following me, you know that I'm not necessarily like the biggest, no contact proponent or anything like that. I think that there's a lot of issues and a lot of problems with no contact, especially along the ways that a lot of people are using it and a lot of other coaches are suggesting that you use it. But that is a conversation for another day. And I don't think that, the holiday season, you should just kind of buckle down, ignore your ex, wait for them to come crawling back over broken shards of glass or anything else like that. If you want to learn more about how the holiday season is going to affect your ex, please go ahead and check out this video right here. But with that being said, thanks so much, take care, and I'll talk to you next time.